Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mike Flamez, and I'm fucking back with the show, motherfuckers. You know what time it is. It's been a little while, but this is the return of the Mike Flamez show, and that's, of course, it has to be. A lot of people have been asking a lot of questions. What happened to the show? Doesn't really matter what happened to the show, for one, because it's none of your business, okay? But it is here to stay. I got my new cameraman. What up, Jordan? Got him out here. Basically, I had to focus on getting my format together in a lot of different ways. And one of them being the camera issue that I had before. Me and Ben was just kind of winging shit, just making it work, which it did what it could do. And that was beautiful. It's all a growing process. And I'm just trying to elevate my game. You should be trying to do that too. A lot of people have been asking, is Ben still going to be on the show? Not right now. I'm doing it just by myself. There's no bad blood. Me and Ben are still friends. We still cool. Everything's great. I wish him well. He's got some things he's taking care of, and I got some things I'm trying to take care of. So it is what it is. I'm sure you'll probably see him back in the show in the future. If not, get your ass up here. There shouldn't be an if not. Eventually he'll get up here. But it is what it is, man. I'm just basically going through the fact that there's no wrong ideas. That's what it's been since the start of it. Thanks to Benji, it was a team effort for real, even though my name's on it. It was a team effort that got the show going, and I do appreciate him for that. But what I'm going with right now is there's no wrong idea. So I'm going to be trying a whole lot of new things. And, if I shoot myself in the head, then I shoot myself in the head. But it is what it is. Bitch Mike Flame Show's back. 2 more because I wanted to. So what I'm going to be talking about on this show, I know it's a little late. We looking at we got like a week left in January, but whatever, motherfuckers. I do it on my own time. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm going to do a 2017 review. My opinion of the top 5 albums, top 5 songs, some of the disappointing things, some of the best songs, biggest song, club song, love song, shit like that. I do a couple honorable mentions, you know what I mean? And, then I'm just going to kind of review my year, some of the things that went on with me. So, first of all, before we even get into this too much, I want to say this. And if somehow maybe Jordan can put a line down here, this is my opinion. Me, what I think, what I like. So, if you don't agree and you disagree, that's the cool part about the free speech that we are entitled to, my son. Because I can think what I think, you can think what you think, and it is what it is. You don't have to like it. You can turn this shit off right now if you don't. If you don't want to hear my opinion, it's not what you want to be doing right now, and that's period. Period. Gunshots in your motherfucking chin. Hopefully you didn't really get shot. It's just, a sound effect to be cool, because I'm kind of cool. At least I think so. Drop one of Clues bombs, because I am that cool, motherfucker. So, as I said, my opinion. So that means I can do it my way, too. And so I'm going to start with the top 5 albums of the year. And when I was talking about doing this first episode, I was like, man, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to study and I'm going to have the most, I'm going to articulate the best I can. And I'm going to say a whole bunch of valuable points and this, and that. And what happened is every day I'm in a different mood. So what I was taking notes of, I kind of didn't necessarily feel the same way a couple of days later. My mind works like that. I'm an artist, so at times some people would call it bipolar by a medical definition or whatever. I would just say, motherfucker, my mind is that broad. My mind is that open to where I can even disagree with myself. And that's the beauty of it. I'm secure enough with myself I can disagree with some of the things I say. So anyways, let's get to it. What I'm going to say is my top 5s are not ranked. Okay, I'm not going to rank them because I don't feel the need to. Because, like I said, on a daily basis, I will probably look back at this list and disagree with it. So I'm just doing my top 5s. They're not ranked. It could go any way, and I'll just kind of go through it. So the main album I will say will probably be closer to one, even though I just said they're not ranked. But my album of the year would probably be Damn by Kendrick Lamar. The concepts, the just everything that he was doing, man. He put a lot into it. The side skits, he created a lot of vibes and a lot of things that I personally relate to on that. Still flexing the lyricism, still making hits. And that's what I like. I like a really well-rounded project. He had hits in there. He had, shit that, they probably never play on the radio. He had love shit. He had shit for the chicks. He had, shit for everything. Shit to ride to, shit to vibe to. Just deep feelings, like the song Fear. I thought that was awesome, man. That reminded me a lot of my parents. He just kept fucking talking about, I'll beat your ass for this and I'll beat your ass for that. That would definitely be my upbringing. So maybe that's why I like that a lot. I don't know. Shout out to Kendrick. Classic album. I'm calling it a classic. You don't think it's a classic? There. I don't even got to make the noise. I just fart on top. Right on top of your dome. Then I'm going to go with 508, 507, 2209, Joyner Lucas. Wow. Just drop a bomb for that project. That project, man, that's taking hip hop to another level of what I personally grew up on. Concepts and ideas and storytelling. And he just killed it, man. There's more than a couple songs on there where he really wow. Those is like mini movies on wax. You know what I mean? And if you even seen the I'm Sorry video, that's touching on, so much, so many people have relations to this topic of suicide. And he covers everything from STDs to, just general feelings to kids being influenced. He just covered so much shit in that, man. And I just got to give a major shout out to Joyner Lucas because that shit is fire. If you haven't heard that yet, it's 508, 507, 2209. I'm never going to remember the name of that album because I can barely remember my mom's phone number. So there's probably not a good chance. Well, I guess I can remember Mike Jones' phone number, but that's because it was fucking everywhere. And this, hopefully this album gets big enough to where I will have to learn that phone number. Anyways, keep it moving, Mike. Okay. No Dope on Sundays. Saha the Prince. I will say first and foremost, Saha is my favorite rapper like the last 7-8 years. And I've been waiting on this album for a while. Like, had me to the point where I was about ready to say fuck Kanye when he came out with that track where he was just trolling and making jokes. But that's really how I've been feeling, because in my opinion, he's spitting harder than not only harder than everyone in his own camp, but I think he's the perfect blend of an MC and a hit maker. I think he's what the industry needs, and this album did not disappoint. The concepts. Again, the concepts was dope. He took his street life and he just turned it into that's not really the life I'm living, but that's the life I was living, so I can speak on it. And the punchlines is for days. The schemes, the rhyme schemes and the bars was just phenomenal. I mean, what he did with that, and there's a couple chick tracks on there that I really fuck with. Because Saha has always made music for the girls as I have for myself. If you don't, how can I say this correctly? Because I don't want to fucking big girls up too much, but I also don't want to take away from them. I really don't give a fuck if girls like my music, but women in love is a very important thing in this world. If you don't think it is, then I can only imagine what your life is like. That was a shot for somebody. It's very important though. It's very, very important to touch on those things. And he just has some bangers on there, man. I can't even think of what the fuck the song is that I'm trying to think, but there's a song on there about, looking for love, like that song should be in every fucking club. Like that song is about, he's got a song where girls looking for love in the club and it's just a bad idea. And he just murdered it. He murdered every song on that fucking CD, dog. Shout out Saha the Prince, No Dope on Sundays. Classic album, and I hope he's fucking gonna run shit in 2018. I'm really looking forward to it. Next up, I got Jay-Z's 444. And I will be the first to say, when I first heard it, I was like, I turned it up and I was like, That's how I felt. I didn't, because, and let me be fair, my mind is so wrapped up in society, and what's going on with music, and myself as a fan of hip hop and as a lyricist have kind of drowned it into a lot of the shit that's going on. And Hove was just on a whole nother level. So it took more than a couple listens for me to really get into it the way I should. I mean, don't get me wrong. From the gate, he was busting. From the gate, he was saying real shit. But I had to sit down, shut the fuck up, and listen to the man. And he's really busting. He's kicking some knowledge on there. And he's also doing something by saying there is no age limit on rap, period. So you got to give it up to him for that. And he touched on some issues that I think the industry needed to hear from him, for one. That's as much as I'm going to say about that. If you ain't heard 444, you definitely need to go listen to that. And when you listen to it, my child, shut the fuck up. Don't talk over the whole fucking thing, because you're not going to get it. It's not the type of music that you fucking talk over and fucking play at the party the whole fucking time. There's a couple joints you can put on there at a party for sure, like that Close Your Eyes joint. That's my shit. That beat knocks. And he's got Frank Ocean on that. So, that's even bigger. I don't even got to go into that conversation. But it's a dope project. That's why it's in my top 5, like I said. And for the last one that I'm definitely going to put into my top 5, originally I was going to say Trap or Die 3 from Jeezy, originally. But that came out in October of 2016. You know how the rules go. Most of y'all probably don't know how the rules go, because you probably don't know shit about music. You just listen to it. But usually when an album comes out in December, you can still count it for the following year. But anything before that, you can't count it. I thought it came out in December. I looked it up. It came out in October. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I picked Trap or Die 3 originally because I thought that was a dope project. But it didn't come out in 2017. So I'm going to go with Pretty Girls Like Trap Music by 2 Chainz. Shout out to Titty Boy. That shit is fire all the way around. The hits is ridiculous. I think he's definitely one of the most underestimated lyricists. That's right, hip-hop fans, eat your heart out. 2 Chainz ain't no lyricist. All he does is talk about materialistic shit and fucking hoes. Well, the subject matter doesn't determine whether or not you're a lyricist. Because if you want to talk about other rappers, some motherfuckers don't do anything but talk about rap. You rap fucking for an hour about rapping, which I'm guilty of, and I do that sometimes. But the point is, bussin'. Dude was bussin' all over, and there's multiple hits on there. I think it's impossible for you to go out for a whole night, kick it, bounce all over your city, and not hear 2 Chainz voice a couple times. And the joint with Travis Scott, the 4 a.m. joint, that's my shit. And there's big amounts on there. With Drake, there's a bunch of songs on there, man. It's just a good fucking feel good CD, man. And I really liked what he did with it. So that definitely caps my top 5. But on some real shit, I do have some honorable mentions. I'm not going to talk a lot about them because they didn't make my top 5, but I fuck with them heavy. That's what the sounds is for. Period. Good vs. Evil Part 2, King Crooked. Wow. If you into everything that's going on in society right now, as far as, the race war and everything that's been brewing and all the injustices of society and, definitely from a black person's perspective, go listen to that because that shit is fire. 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 The first one is too. He had the first one come out. I think it was 2016. Yes, I think it's over there. I think it came out in 2016. What does that say? Coming summer what? Because I got to post it. Huh? Yeah, so the first one came out, I'm pretty sure, in 2016. But this one came out towards the end of the year. Fire. It's a fire, period. Another honorable mention, I think it's the most underestimated album that came out this year that a lot of people never even listen to it. was The Big Brother by DJ K Slade. It was a compilation that he put out, and he had everybody on that bitch, and he had every style on that bitch. I mean, everybody's on that bitch, and it's got bangers, and it's got motherfuckers busting. He's got, turn up shit on there. Super underestimated project. Not underestimated, because I don't think anybody underestimates K Slade. What I meant to say is underrated. That is definitely, the honorable mention is definitely the most underrated project that dropped in 2017, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay, so moving forward, shout out G-Eazy, The Beautiful and the Damned. It's a good album, man. I like what he did. Do be bussin'. He got into the more darker vibes, and I just like his swag. I don't really like talking about swag. That's not my fucking thing. Usually swag rappers, I'm like that on them, but it is what it is. I'm not a hater. When something seems genuine and something seems authentic and you hate on that, you're just that type of person, and I'm not that type of person. Okay, let's be clear. Forever is a Mighty Long Time by Big Crit. Wow. Drop a bomb for that. That shit is fire. Fire through and through. You could definitely, if you've been listening to Big Crit for a while, you can definitely see his progression in his career from what he's talking about and just everything. And that's just something that I'm a very big fan of as far as hip hop goes. I love the growth of these rappers. I love the growth. Because you don't have to be my favorite. I don't even really have to fuck with your shit. Not saying I don't fuck with Crit shit, because I definitely fuck with Big Crit. I seen him perform before, actually, at the Palace with Macklemore and Talib Kweli, and he killed that. He had the whole room jumping. But yeah, that CD's fire. Fire CD. Make sure y'all check that out if you haven't already. And then Rubber Band Business with my man Juicy J. You know what I mean? That's my motherfucking dog. I think it was, who said it to me? I can't remember. Somebody said it to me recently. They was like, man, you listen to mostly lyrical shit, motherfuckers busting, but then you'll turn around and put on some Juicy J. I'm like, what? He started all this shit, in my opinion. 3 6 Mafia and UGK, motherfuckers like to discredit them, but they started that shit, man. They started that down south hustler trap shit. And then, obviously Gucci and Jeezy took it to the next level. Shout out T.I. He had his hand in that as well. But, they was the originators of that down south lifestyle, period. And Juicy J, he don't make whack music. Period. Like, he has mainly the same type of subjects, but that's who he is, and he makes that clear, and that's what he's about. So anybody hating on that, what he say? Shut the fuck up! Period. Because that shit is fire, man. I really fuck with that. I listen to that CD a lot. Top 5 songs. Again, not ranked. I don't want to rank them because I can't make a choice. Okay? That's why. I ain't hit it hard enough. So, top 5 songs. I'm going to try to speed it up just a little bit. Top 5 songs. DNA by Kendrick Lamar. Woo! Boy, drop a couple giggles, because anybody saying that I like that just because it's a single or anything like that because of how big it is, I wouldn't give a fuck if it didn't even have a video. That shit was fire. That DNA was fire. Fire. And if you disagree, right in your melon. Right in top of your head. Also, next song, my top 5, No Dope on Sundays by Saha the Prince. I think that whole concept around that, the hustler music aspect, I ain't no trapper or nothing like that. I've did some things in my day, I've did some things, but I'm not the one to talk about it. Not saying anybody who's wrong is, but I haven't did enough to even, act like that. But that whole concept was fire, period. I mentioned it earlier. Another song I say is one of my top 5 songs. I know a lot of people don't like talking about this, but I'm Sorry by Joyner Lucas because of the vibe. I like a song, and unfortunately, this is something that we not all have to deal with, but a lot of people have to deal with. And if you put that song on and you play that whole song, I don't care what's going on, you're going to feel a little different. And I like songs that have so much power that they can completely convert how you feel. And that song is phenomenal. The whole concept and, how he runs it from, that person's perspective to the person who had to, deal with the loss perspective and tied the schemes together. It's a fucking masterpiece, man. If you don't like that, shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Then I'm going to go with, I already mentioned it again, so I guess I'm just repeating myself, but Close Your Eyes by Jay-Z with Frank Ocean. That shit is hard. That beat just knocks. I'm fucking with it. It's just too much flavor. A couple of you young bucks, you know what I mean? You little guys, you might not feel that type of flavor, but that just had that drive, boy. That's that. You put that shit on, man. You know, if you smoke, whatever you do, you know what I mean. You let the top down if you fortunate enough to have that. I'm not, but yeah, that's one of them joints you can ride to and you gonna vibe. You know what I mean? If you got green lights on that bitch, you gonna feel good. You just gonna be rolling. And then I have Subinstein, My Sub Part 4 by Big Crit. Hardest song that came out last year for your subwoofers. I'm in between with the shit I like, man. You know, I've always loved Southern music, but I've always been about the lyrics. And you know, that beat on that Subinstein, that Big Crit, wow, that shit is straight fucking fire, bro. Like that whole song, it just goes. You know what I mean? If you got subwoofers in your car, you'll fucking love that song. So a couple more honorable mentions. That was my top 5 songs. You can put some my opinion. You don't have to like it. My show, my rules. That's for your chin if you don't like it. So some honorable mentions, some songs. I know I haven't really talked too much about it. I wasn't the most pleased with the project, but I'm definitely going to shout out River with Eminem and Ed Sheeran. I thought that concept was really fucking ill. And that was probably the song I was least looking forward to hearing because I was like, Eminem and Ed Sheeran. I'm not interested. But the song is fire. The song is about, you know, having a kid with a trollop. I don't know if you know what a trollop is, but you can Google that and you know, just listen to the song. I thought the concept was awesome. I thought the hook was dope. It was one of the songs on Eminem CD, the new album that I really thought had, you know, that vibe, that classic kind of feeling, that great record. So shout out to that joint. Also gonna go with Golden God by MGK. That shit is just a banger off the Bloom album, which is a good album. I liked it as well. Golden God, that's just one of them turn up songs for me. I'm really fucking with that joint. Straight up, shout out Kels, you know, representing the land and Ohio and all that. That Golden God is fire. So bombs and shit. Then I'm going to go with 4 a.m. with 2 Chainz and Travis Scott. That's just the jam. Period. Enough said. If you haven't heard it, I don't know where you've been. Because I feel like I can't even go anywhere without hearing that song. And then last but not least, I'm going to go with No Limit by G-Eazy, ASAP Rocky, Cardi B. That shit is a banger, you know. ASAP Rocky killed that hook. Cardi B killed his verse. You know, G-Eazy did his fucking thing. I think it's a great thing for him, especially he got ahead of the wave and got a song with Cardi early. So that's extremely beneficial. What the fuck kind of word? Blowing it. You blew it! I got a button for that. Beneficial. Yeah, that's I'm definitely a wordsmith, right? Okay, so next up with the 2017 review, I'm going to go with some of the things that I was most disappointed with. And I'm going to keep it short because I really fuck with these people, so I'm not going to bag on them too hard because I have the ultimate respect for them. So ultimate respect, and I'm not going to pull a Joe Budden where I'm like, yeah, I got a lot of respect, and then no, that's not what I'm about to do. I'm just saying, okay, so anyways, the project I was most disappointed in out of the year that I really was looking forward to, I would say would be Friday on Elm Street with Fabulous and Jada. Just didn't have the replay value that I wanted. Didn't have what I thought it was going to be. I didn't know what really to expect, but I just expected more of me wanting to hear it again. more replay value. It's not that I thought it was whack. It just didn't sit with me. I think I went, it came out and I just put No Dope on Sundays back on. It just didn't do it for me. So unfortunately, the most disappointing project is going to them two. But I still hold them in high regard. Those are still the big legends in their own motherfucking lane. It's not what I'm trying to do. And I'm pushing it even more with this one, but I'm just speaking my opinion. The most disappointing song of 2017 was Untouchable by Eminem. Worst song I ever heard by Eminem. Didn't like it. I don't know. I didn't like it. I think that's the first Eminem song I can honestly say I just flat out don't like it. Versus picking it apart, I didn't fuck with it. I didn't like it. I don't know how he feels about it, but I didn't like it. Like a couple of other songs on Revival, definitely wasn't my favorite album by Eminem. But that song in particular, I didn't like it. But that's still my favorite rapper, so it is what it is. A lot of people don't know how to separate the two. Just because, your favorite NBA or NFL player has a bad season, are they not your favorite player anymore? Not say even had a bad season, bad game, or whatever the fuck you want to say. However you want to. Don't try to look at me and don't try to do that. I seen you looking like, oh well, what did you just say? Eminem had no. He can't. He's incapable of having a bad season or a bad year because he'll fucking sell out anywhere he fucking performs in the world. So he's incapable of that. Keep it moving, Mike. Okay. I'm going to go with, for the best love song of the year, because love is everything. And if you don't believe me, that's all you get is one air horn, because you obviously don't know what it feels like. And I sincerely hope that one day you know what it feels like, because it's important. So love songs are definitely important. I think there needs to be more of them. And when I say love songs, I don't mean like, girl, I want to fuck you, want to stick it in your ass, I'll pay your bill, I'll throw your ass some cash. That's not a love song. That's a pimp to a hoe song. That's a bitch, I'm a ball on you and get that ass. That's not a fucking love song. So Love by Kendrick Lamar. I think that was by far the best love song. I thought that was, nice. My relationship I'm in now, that's one of my favorite songs. That's kind of like our song. You know what I mean? So that maybe that has something to do with it. But either way, I like the song regardless. And it's a dope song. Shout out to Kendrick. The best club song of the year, it would be easy to go with Bodak Yellow. Because, let me hit that hard. Cardi's having a great year. That song, man, that's like when Nicki first came out and how girls was acting with her shit and screaming all her lyrics. Or, the Beyonce hit that comes around every now and then, or the Rihanna hit and every fucking girl in the club is screaming it. I want to give it to Cardi for that reason. So I'm giving you a lot of respect. That's just not my personal favorite, because obviously I'm not, I never danced and I'm still not making money moves. So I don't relate that well, but I'm trying to. Fuck it. Salute to her doing her thing. I'm going with First Day Out by T Grizzly. I'm from Toledo, Ohio. I live right up the street from fucking Detroit. So maybe that's part of the reason why, but I seen this doing shit all over. Me and, my dude DJ Quota, shout out DJ Quota. We went to a Juicy J concert in Indianapolis, and this is like around the time when that T Grizzly song first came out. And we went after the concert, we hit a club, have fun. I can't even remember what the fuck it was called. We was drinking. We was drinking. I don't remember the club name, but that First Day Out came on, and I'm talking about that bitch was like, everybody in the building knew every fucking word. They was screaming it. The whole place just went from like a 5 to like a 10 in one track. And that continued to happen everywhere. I see it in Toledo everywhere I go. I see that song is just setting the club off. So best club song of the year, even though he might not consider it a club song, you getting the club plays, brother. So shout out T Grizzly. And then the biggest song of the year. Now, when I say biggest, Are you listening? Because if you were talking, you're not going to hear what I'm saying. You're going to miss my point, and then you're going to get upset. I'm not saying this is the best song. I'm not saying this is the best lyrics. I'm not saying nothing even about the track sincerely. I'll get into that. But this is the biggest song of the year. I'm going to say I'm Not Racist by Joyner Lucas because of how much conversation it did spark up. I seen it on, multiple news channels. I seen multiple video responses that came from people talking. Everything from people talking to people doing their own responses over the beat in their own version. And that shit happened quick, like within a week or two. Like this shit was fucking everywhere. I don't think I've seen anything get shared that much in a long time as far as music videos go. So that's definitely the biggest song of 2017. As far as my take on that song, what's your take, Mike? Oh, okay. Well, you want to know my take on it? That's how I feel. It's a perspective of an older white dude and a young black dude. That's the setting that he put it at. As far as, what else could have been said, I know that was a lot of the conversation. Like he could have said more about this. He could have said more about that. I think he was just trying to create two dominant opinions that are being vocally expressed constantly in society via social media and in conversation outside of social media. And he just paired the two up. And realistically, I don't see how them dudes would hug at the end, but I fuck with the message. Hopefully the racist white dude actually did change. He's the one I didn't believe. Maybe the young boy, was really trying to be cool. I didn't believe him. I didn't believe that hug. Get the fuck out of here. You talking like that, you was extra racist. You ain't changing in a conversation. But hopefully he did. Maybe America can get to that. Maybe motherfuckers can start listening instead of listening to understand versus listening to respond. And then maybe you'll get something out of that. But that's a whole nother conversation that I will cover on a different day. So we're on the subject of 2017. What I was going to do, I was going to share some of y'all, some of my best moments because, it's kind of cool. And what I learned and, stuff like that. So, one of the most things, I got to see Dave Chappelle at the Fillmore. That was fucking phenomenal. He got me to almost cry, talking about Charlie Murphy, rest in peace. I've lost a lot of friends, unfortunately, so the subject's always sensitive for me. I'm always a tear away when the conversation comes up to close friends being lost. But aside from that, the openers was hilarious. He was phenomenal. It was awesome. It was weird because they made you take your cell phone and put it in this pouch, and then they took it from you and they locked it. And I was like, hold on, dog. I got an iPhone, man. Shit is expensive. You can't just hold my shit. What if you mix my shit up? I open my shit up and get an Android. I'm gonna be clap it up. If I open my motherfucking pouch and there's a fucking Galaxy in here, fuck that. Team iPhone, I'm repping. You heard me. But yeah, that shit was awesome. I seen Kendrick in concert at the Palace. Travis Scott opened and Drum. They both did a great job. Travis Scott fucking performed on a big ass bird. The bird was bigger than this whole motherfucking room, way bigger than him. It was a stage with wings, and the wings kept flapping. Cause what's this shit? Mockingbird. I can't think of the album title at the moment, but. Yeah, something bird. That might have been it. Drop the bomb for Jordan. But I was blown away because I'm not a big Travis Scott fan because I'm not a big fan of the constant auto-tune, but he blew me away with his performance. Drum showed me he can really sing. I didn't know that either. That was awesome. He the one that's on a Broccoli song with Lil Yachty. I think that's what a lot of y'all probably know him from. That boy can really sing too, and he was up there busting. He had all the energy, and Kendrick, of course, wow, blew my fucking mind. It was on stage doing karate and all kinds of shit. It was fucking phenomenal. I'll never forget it. Got a new thing this year. You know what I'm saying? A little, So that's a good thing. I'm happy. I got a girl. I'm happy with that. You know, lots of good times. You know, we lit it up. Halloween, we had painted our faces. Well, she painted our faces a couple different ways, and we killed it everywhere we went. We have lots of fun. Let's see, what else am I? Because I feel like I'm forgetting shit. I had lots of fun doing encore with my dude DJ Quota. That's definitely one of my better moments because he's had a lot of gigs through the years, but he finally got a solid spot. And you know, I just enjoyed watching one of my close friends, you know, really starting to master his craft and started really, you know, not being, you know, it's not like he was not serious about it, but when you get a serious situation where you can constantly flex, I was just happy to see him do it. He's still doing his thing up there. And there's just something. I was going up there just enjoying myself, watching him do his thing, having fun. I did something real cool. I walked away from a job that I can't stand because they were fucking me on my money, and I put myself in a situation where was that really the right idea to do? And yeah, because I said fuck that. You know, if you working somewhere and you have the ability to break away because it's truly taken away from your happiness, I highly suggest you do it. Even if you got to lose a little bit of money and maybe you got to eat grilled cheese sandwiches for a couple of days, do what you got to do because your happiness is more important. You could be happy with a grilled cheese. It's fucked up if you eating a steak and you're mad. That would be fucked up. What else in my 2017? Just a lots of things, man. I opened up for Cess Crew. Ubiquitous invited me out to a couple shows. I got to do 2 shows with them. Well, 3 total, but 2 shows outside of my city. Good learning experience. Those dudes was real cool. Shout out Ubiquitous and got him his Strange Mucus. Wow. Strange Mucus. That's what I be spitting up. I be coughing up that ill shit. Strange Music. It was something I'll never forget. You know what I mean? Very, very humble guys, very cool guys. They didn't have to do that, but they did. I went and hosted some concerts. They let me spit on stage and shit, and I got to talk to a lot of people. It was a great experience. Had a great Christmas, had a great birthday. Started this show. Got real tight with Verbal up at Fat Sounds. A lot of good things, man. A good year for me is a year that I have more to talk positive about and less to talk negative about. Okay, hold on one second. See, I think so many people flex and dwell on the negative things that happen to us. And you gotta that shit out because it'll be way worse than the little fucking cookies you crying about and little dumb shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody is allowed to vent and allowed to, go through their moods and let things take its course. But make sure you don't let that capture you for too long because you'll get stuck in it, and that's not cool. So last year, I think the main thing that happened to me, the best moment is in its entirety of more good things happen than bad things happen. And love that completely. 2018, wrapping up Industry Assassin 4. I know I've been talking about it for 500 years, but I've been real picky with my music. I got a lot of music that is coming out this year. I know y'all like, well, we see you doing the radio show and blah, blah, blah. Trust me, it's coming. I'm doing videos behind the scenes. I'm stockpiling shit. I'm not just going to do, here's this and here's that and here's that. No, I'm going to come at you with a full fucking tidal wave, you know what I mean, and blow your shit off. You know what I mean? And if you can't understand that, then, you will in due time. That's what I'm going to say. Shout out to everybody who made it to 2018. I hope you washing your hands, brushing your teeth, and doing all that good shit. Because if you're not, stay the fuck from around me. So now here's a segment that I'm going to bring up. It's kind of a new segment that I was like, everybody's got like these, everyone's got like a segment on a show. So I'm like, what the fuck can I do? And I was like, usually it's for what people know you for. Like Charlemagne's donkey today because he's always talking shit, or everyone has their own thing. So I was like, man, okay, period. Everyone knows me for being like, period. Kind of wore it out for real, but I still fuck with it. You know what I mean? So basically, this segment is called "And That's Period." So if you can put something right, and that's period. Bow. Basically, what I'm gonna do is it's kind of like on First Take how they do Final Take. I'm just gonna go in on something, and I'm gonna abuse that motherfucker. So right now, something is going on. Unfortunately, with these dumbass kids, with these pods, these Tide Pods, putting them in it today. Did you see that shit? It's fucking. I thought the motherfuckers was joking. Like they have all these challenges that come on, these rap challenges, ice bucket challenge. They had the cinnamon challenge, all that dumb shit. That people make challenges about. Obviously, ice bucket challenge was for a good thing, but I wasn't trying to throw that into the dumb thing, so don't hit me with that either, motherfucker. Just keep listening. Anyways, what I'm getting to, so I guess what the little motherfuckers do is they fucking, the little, they got the little pods like with laundry detergent in them, so you don't have to pour it into a cup. It's like a little fucking, it's like a ketchup pack, but it's fucking laundry detergent. And motherfuckers pop it in their mouth and they eat it and they record it. And then I don't know what's the fucking result that they're looking for, but y'all motherfuckers are stupid. Your parents should be beating your motherfucking ass. If your parents ain't around, your friends should be beating your ass. Whoever was taping that is a fucking idiot and does not give a flying fuck about you, because I would never watch somebody do that. There's a difference between doing something funny and doing something that's gonna fucking really hurt you. It's like, oh, here, bro, I bet you won't take a double shot. Yeah, that's one fucking thing. No, here, bro, drink this bleach, drink this laundry detergent. What? You are fucking stupid. Stupid. And that's period. Like, I don't understand. So this little piece of paper I got, it says, I don't know, I stole it from some site. So if this is your little fucking clip, shout out yourself. You can comment it. It says, now videos circulating on social media are showing kids biting into brightly colored liquid laundry detergent packs or cooking them in frying pans, dumbass. Then chewing them up and spewing the soap out of their mouths. Can't you just, like, do anything else? I'm not. Experts say the game dubbed the Tide Pod Challenge is dangerous. Really? It's dangerous? Are you fucking stupid? Sometimes when I read shit, I'm like, well, that's dangerous. No shit. It's laundry detergent. You can't fucking eat that, you stupid motherfuckers. Every kid, if the kids that are watching, if you know someone that did that, I'm giving you full-blown permission to open hand slap the shit out of anybody you know who did that. And if they got a problem with it, do it again. And fucking, this is for people that you care about. Let me get that straight. Let me rewind. If someone you care about did that shit, slap the dog shit out of them. And that's because that is fucking crazy. It says, you're really taking a chance, and to what end? Says whatever the fuck this dude's name is of the Florida Poison Information Center in Tampa told the Washington Post it's pretty foolish behavior. Okay. I'm not going to give you the political answer. I'm going to let you know it's not pretty foolish. Pretty foolish is like, putting too much hot sauce on your chicken. Pretty foolish is, drinking too much or, hollering at a girl you shouldn't be hollering at. That's foolish. Sticking laundry detergent in your fucking mouth is retarded. That's not a challenge. That's mentally challenged. And I think someone who's mentally challenged would fucking agree. I bet they don't do that shit. I bet they're smart enough to not fall into that fucking trap, because you have to be full blown besides yourself and not give a damn about yourself to stick some fucking laundry detergent in your mouth. So whoever invented this fucking challenge, YouTube said it would work quickly to remove flag videos that violate our policies. Your policies? So this is about policy. No, bitch. What's her name? Jessica Mason? No, fuck your policy. Kids are fucking potentially killing themselves. They're poisoning themselves. You take that down immediately. Fuck your policy. I can't even believe that. I can't even believe that is even on here. I didn't really read it before I printed it out. Just keep beating it. You know what I mean? And that's period. That's my segment called And That's Period. And throughout the rest of the episodes, I'm going to pick something up and I'm going to beat the shit out of it. So maybe if you want to see me whoop the shit out of something with some periods, you can tweet me. All my social media is on here. You can send a message on Facebook, Instagram, add me on Snapchat, all that good shit. And I'm going to constantly flex on shit. You know what I mean? So I'm going to drop a bomb with the period. 2 buttons on your dumb ass. So yeah, man, this is I think it's going pretty well. What do you think? Cool? It's all right. He's like, yeah, it's good. He's like, yeah, it's positive encouragement. If you don't have people with some positive encouragement on the side of you, you need to don't shoot them. I need a better noise for that. You blew it. Don't shoot them, but throw shots. It's a metaphor, children. Get them the fuck from around you, because if they're not trying to encourage you and to doing something that you're good at and being honest with you, then they're not your friends. So that's my advice of the episode. If your friends ain't with you, they're against you. And if you don't think that that's true, then you're stupid. Period. So I'm going to wrap this motherfucking episode up. Follow me on social media. Make my social media things pop up like right here. Here. Add me on all that shit. Subscribe to my channel. This is the Mike Flamez Show, and I'm going to be doing this every week. Eventually, we going to get it going live. If there's anything you want me to talk about, shoot me a message. Don't talk to me like what I should do, because what I should do is block you the minute you tell me what I should do. Okay? Suggestions is what I'm looking for. I take some constructive criticism. I'm not no little bitch. But don't come at me and, well, what are you doing? What do you know about entertainment? Well, stay in your guidelines. I'm asking for suggestions. So anything that you think I should be doing, I'm more than open into listening. Just don't tell me what I should do. Say, hey, I have an idea of what might be cool for you to do, or whatever the fuck, however you want to say it. But I had a lot of people telling me, and the funny part about this is, real quick before I wrap this up, I had people telling me, oh, I don't think you should be doing this. And then I opened the next message, and guess what the compliment was? What they told me I shouldn't be doing. So what I'm going to be doing is what the fuck I want to do and what I think I should be doing. Because this is the Mike Flamez Show. This isn't the Mike Flamez Show and everyone else's fucking opinion matters on it, because it definitely fucking doesn't. Okay? Unless I put you as a fucking guest on the show, and even then, you might be a guest on this show and you might get straight up and down. Because this is going to be what I think at all times. I'm going to be true to myself, and that's all I can be. Shout out Self Motivated. Shout out Jordan on the motherfucking cameras. Subscribe to the channel. If you don't do that, you're not listening. That's the problem with people. Listen. Go subscribe so you can catch the episode next week. Share my shit. If you fuck with me, share my shit. If you don't got the time to watch the whole episode, but you can catch some of it and you thought something was funny, share my shit. And that's period. Mike Flamez out. Period. Good shit. Very good shit. Hey, bro, that period segment, strong part of the show.